Chippewa Valley Community Television and the City of Eau Claire present the Eau Claire Redevelopment Authority meeting.
The audio for this program can be heard on WRFP LP 101.9 FM.
Okay, let's call the meeting the order. And the first order of business is the minutes from the meeting of December 21st, 2016. They were in your packet, and I assume everyone carefully read them. Can I get a motion to approve?
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes as presented. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same side. Minutes are approved. Financial statements. Josh?
Good morning. So in your packet is a presentation of the operating and capital expenditures for January. So far in 2017, there are no operating expenditures. There will be some utility payments that will be accrued back to January, but those are not reflected in the financials as of today. So far in 2017, there have been $6,749 in capital expenditures. These include Phase 2 environmental analyses that we're still receiving invoices for, environmental remediations related to an underground storage tank and then surrounding soil remediation, and Wisconsin DNR fees for an environmental closure report that was completed for 10 Maple Street.
Okay. Does the board have any questions on the financial report? Okay, hearing none, can I get a motion to approve financial statements as submitted?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor to approve, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Financial statements are approved. Okay, the next item is closed session. The Redevelopment Authority may convene in closed session to discuss the terms and conditions of a development and lease agreement with Draft Beer LLC for property at 1807 Oxford Avenue in the Cannery Redevelopment District, and a redevelopment proposal from Commonweal Development Corporation for Block 7 in the North Barstow Redevelopment District, which is permitted in closed session pursuant to Wisconsin Statute 19.851E. Can I get a motion to put us into closed session? Second?
Second.
Okay, moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We're in closed session.
The Eau Claire Redevelopment Authority will return in a moment. A transcript of this meeting is available for the hearing impaired. It will be available within 7 days of this telecast. Call 715-839-4912, or for teletype device, call 839-1689. Or you can write Eau Claire City Clerk, P.O. Box 5148, Eau Claire, Wisconsin, 54702-5148. We now return you to the Eau Claire Redevelopment Authority meeting.
Okay, we're back in open session, and we're going to take point number 4 on the agenda is the possible motion regarding a development and lease agreement for 1807 Oxford Avenue and a proposal for Block 7. We'll take Block 7 first. Is there any motion coming from the board concerning Block 7? Okay, hearing none, we would like to direct the staff, as far as Block 7 is concerned, we'd like to have them hire an architect and look at some alternate concepts that can work for a downtown environment. We're very pleased that Mr. Schaefer has come before us with a proposal, but we just want to see if there's other ways that block could be developed, and so we task staff to do that. Okay, now, the next item is the possible motion regarding development and lease agreement for 1807 Oxford Avenue. Is there any motion for that? Okay, hearing none, we'd like to direct the staff, or first make a comment. As we looked at the development agreement, we were very comfortable with the fact that the RDA was willing to increase to $30,000 the amount of money that the credit we would get for abatement and removal credit for any environmental hazards on the site that Mr. Glass wants. We're very, very comfortable with that. We're also very comfortable with pushing the date back as far as the closing is concerned. We do have concerns with the site plan, so that we are going to instruct the staff to go back, cross the T's, dot the I's on the site plan so that we know exactly the square footage that we are going to sell at the rate of $5 per square foot. That is something that the RDA is very specific on, and the site plan, I think, for both parties needs to be specific so that we know exactly what we're selling, and I know Mr. Glass wants to know exactly what he's buying. So that's what we will instruct the staff to do. And I also have been told Mr. Glass would like to address the board. So Mr. Glass, if you would like to take a few minutes, please do so, sir.
Sure. I think, stand up here since I'm standing nice to people, or whatever. I think that from the very beginning, the time that we were in this room and when we split up groups and my attorney and I went up into the room when we talked about the square footage of space, that number of 50,000 was arbitrary at that point. We didn't know, to be honest, I don't know if you can put that in a map, like even an aerial of where we're at, but the numbers where those came from were based on the idea of us retaining this piece here as well, that piece of the warehouse, and then this is going to be torn down. So the fact that lies there, I mean, this is very confusing to me as to how, I get we need to hammer out where we're at, but that 50,000 plus or minus in my mind has a margin of error. And what we just discussed outside was that the margin of error only counts if it's less than 50,000 square. In my mind, these numbers, 330 times 154, at 50,800, whatever it is, that's within that margin of error. If it was 48,000 square feet, and we were still getting what we wanted, I'd still be fine with that. I wouldn't be asking for a reduction in that price. I'd like you guys to make this happen today. I realize that we don't know exactly what that square footage is, but Mike and I walked out there yesterday and we talked about it. And I mean, this, as far as I'm concerned, this is what we agreed to, and I just don't want to keep coming in here and thinking that we have an agreement and then walk out and not happen. I mean, that's happened already, and I don't think that's good for anybody. So, do I think that we need to have exactly what those dimensions are in the development agreement? I don't. I think that this exhibit shows the intent of what we agreed to, and I think that that's what we should run with. And I think that we should make that happen today. We can't just be pushing this out month after month. My window's closing. We're on now 5 months since the last time we got an agreement, and it's not good for me at all.
Okay.
So I got to get applications to the federal government sent in. I got to get moving. So if we can get that done today, I think we need to.
Okay. Okay. Thanks very much. Just if I could also give staff this direction, especially in response to Mr. Glass's comments, this board is more than willing to go into have a special session as quickly as possible to help Mr. Glass. We, of course, had made sure that we have available a lease for Mr. Glass to sign so that he could get his permitting. I know that's, when you're dealing with the federal government, it's going to be pretty tough, so we want to be able to do that. I want to reiterate that to Mr. Glass's point, he's somewhat confused on the site plan, so are we. And we know that one of the things you want to do is you want to make sure there is a buttoned-up agreement, and man, we want that too. And we don't want to overcharge or undercharge or any of that, but we want to make sure, and the staff will do this, and I know you'll cooperate with us, we want to make sure we know exactly what everybody is getting so that there is no question moving forward. And I think that could be handled very, very quickly. And if we have to get together on Friday, if we have to get together Monday, we have to get together Tuesday, we will do that because we're very cognizant and very sensitive to the fact you've got to get that lease signed and move forward. Okay? Thank you.
Could I just ask
Sure.
you clarify the direction on RDA's position on the price for the number of feet?
The price has to be the $5 because, and that's important. I want to make this statement. That's important from the standpoint of not only Mr. Glass's property, but from the standpoint of the future development of the Cannery District. And as we've done in other developments, we owe the people of Eau Claire some financial responsibility on this. And so we need to make sure that moving forward, other people understand exactly what the price is going to be for this. Because one of the things we want to do is we want to develop as much around Mr. Glass's property as possible, because any business like yours is going to be dependent upon what's around you. And so we want to make sure that there's a good solid price, that everybody knows exactly where the land is, so if we have future developments we could do those, and the developers that come in understand exactly what they're getting into, so that we could develop around Mr. Glass's property is with a lot of beer drinkers, I hope, as quickly as possible. Does that help, Steve? Okay. All right. The next item is the director's report. Michael?
Just a quick note that on the Cannery District, I've been taking that conceptual plan that was developed and been sending it out to developers, and fielding a couple of questions regarding it, and starting to generate that interest in that area. Also, city staff continues to work on the trail. Looks like that'll be started this summer, and still working on to finish up purchases. There's still a few properties there that we have to purchase.
Okay.
That's all I have.
All right. What's my next point on the agenda? Excuse me. Announcements, directives, and correspondence. Any fan mail, Michael? No? No other announcements? And staff has the proper direction? Okay. Then we'll stand adjourned. Thank you.
This was a rebroadcast of the Eau Claire Redevelopment Authority meeting, presented by Chippewa Valley Community Television and the City of Eau Claire.
Chippewa Valley Community Television is made possible by continuing community support. If you would like to volunteer or make a donation, you can contact us by calling 715-839-5067 or on the web at www.cbctv.org.